Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with the Kid. On today's episode, we're going to make something that my mother made for me growing up. It's a very comfort food. It's vegetable beef soup. Now here in Florida, this morning, it dropped down to a freezing 62 degrees. So in honor of that, we're going to make soup today, and it's a very comforting meal. It's great, to make, and we'll eat it for 2 or 3 days. And as a matter of fact, the longer it stays in the refrigerator, the better it tastes. So anyway, here we are, cooking with the kid. We're going to make vegetable beef soup from scratch right here. I put some hamburger meat in the frying pan and cut up an onion, and 1 small onion. I added some salt and some pepper. I'm going to let that cook down and add that to the soup. Okay, I put in more than 1.5 pounds of ground beef. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to use some for lunch tomorrow, but I wanted to go ahead and cook it down with some onions. So I've got 1 small onion, 1 small sweet onion cut up, some salt and pepper, and some ground beef. Like I said, this is a very simple soup, and basically all you need is a can or 2 of stewed tomatoes. Not the Italian style, but the actual, just regular stewed tomatoes. A bag of vegetables. This particular brand is made, says specifically for soup, and it has carrots and peas and corn and onion and potatoes and celery. Everything already chopped up with a cook easily for soup. You'll also need some Weiler's beef powder, basically beef bouillon or beef flavoring, and a can of tomato soup. This is Campbell's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix that together in a pot, and we're going to add the hamburger meat and onion, and that's what we'll do. Alright, so like I said before, vegetable soup is comfort food for us. It always was growing up. It was something that we could get on a cold day, and a cool day or any day. These are actually, like I said, frozen. I'll put all those in there, all the carrots and potatoes and onions, it's already in it. And I'm going to add a can of Campbell's tomato soup. Okay, let me get the stewed tomatoes ready. Matter of fact, let's add 2 cans. Okay, 2 cans of water. Now, the beef powder. Weiler's beef powder. So what's the deal with this? Well, this is basically a salt and beef flavoring reduction, and I'm putting about 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of that in there, which is equal to so many bouillon cubes, if you're familiar with bouillon cubes. So let me stir that up and I'll bring you back. Okay, I've mixed that together. Now I'm going to add my ground beef and my onion. So I'm going to take about half of what I cooked, trying to leave there's a little bit of grease in it. It was pretty lean, but I'll try to get it from half of the skillet that doesn't have all the grease in it. That's probably about right. Okay, I'm going to put this on the stove and cover it. Cook it probably for 30-45 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is one of the dishes that growing up I really look forward to. My mother would make this on a regular basis, and it was good. Now today I'm making it on top of the stove, which she did as well, but you can also make it in the crock pot. You could make it in an Instapot. You could make it any way you want to. You could add different vegetables, leave things out, leave the beef out if you don't want the beef. But this is how my mother made it. The only difference today is at the very end of the cooking, she would usually add some shredded cabbage, or regular cabbage. What that would do is it wouldn't overcook the cabbage right at the end. We don't have any cabbage today, so we're just going with what we're showing you. So let me show you more of what we're doing. So as you can see, I brought it up to a boil. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to set the timer for about 30-45 minutes. I've reduced the temperature down to medium high. And so we're going to let that cook for a while, let all those vegetables cook, and I'll bring it back and show you what it looks like. So how do you know how long to cook it? Well, that will be based on how fast or how slow you cook it. By that I mean whether it's cooked on high heat, low heat, all day long. So that will depend on how you do it. Also the size of your vegetables. So you'll want your vegetables cooked and you'll want all those flavors to be released. So right now I'm going to try it at 35 minutes and I'm going to sample it. Alright everybody, it is done. There you go. And it smells delicious. Hope you enjoyed that. In full disclosure, I did come back and add a little bit more of the meat to thicken it up a little bit. You got to kind of get it just right after it cooks for a little bit. So I did that and added just a little bit more water to offset that. But there it is, vegetable beef soup. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching Cooking with a Kid. And hope you'll try this. I know it's getting close to winter time and not here in Florida, but that was a joke. 62 degrees this morning, but it's going back up. But this is comfort food anytime. So thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you later. God bless you all, and goodbye. And there's a little bit in a bowl. And it smells good.